Sure doesn't feel like life as usual, does it? I hope you're all faring as well as possible and that you're not giving in to tons of fear and you're manifesting your health by focusing on what you can create, where you'd like to be, taking the necessary precautions, obviously, but like dosing up and just envisioning yourself being healthy and happy and safe. Because a lot of people are panicking. It's so crazy to me. I never ever thought, within the back of my mind, like World War I and the Spanish influenza and all the Black Plague of the 1600s and all of that, that I would ever see one in my lifetime. Isn't that crazy? Like, you just don't think about it. You think, not that I ever think like things don't happen to me. Like, obviously, God forbid cancer or heart attack or anything could totally happen to me. I've never been the kind of person who says, oh, that'll never happen to me. Like, totally in denial. But I never thought I'd see something on this scale in my lifetime. I just didn't even really think about it. And here I am walking. I'll give you a little shot of the neighborhood where I live. And I am taking care of my elderly parents. If you've been on this channel before, you know that I take care of them. And they're immune compromised for sure. It kind of blows my mind too, like how people can be in such denial, because my mom constantly watches like CNN. Like, you have to get her to turn it off because it's too much, too much all day long. I think my friend Ryan was right. You can get the news in about 10 minutes, all you need to know, and then flip it on later in the day. I'm just out walking my little doggy here. But, seeing everything that's going on, the lockdown in California, what's going on in the UK, all these different places in China, and, the borders closing in different countries. I come home yesterday from a few days away with a friend on the west coast of Florida, and my dad has a little bit of a, runny nose, like sniffles. And so I checked his temperature, and for him it was normal. It's a little bit low. And so I said to my mom, I got to keep an eye on it because if he, comes down with a fever or he, gets worse, I have to have him tested. And she looked at me and she's like, he doesn't need to be tested. He just needs an aspirin. And I was just like shocked. I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, mother, we're in the middle of a pandemic. And I am not an alarmist. I really am not. But, the reality is he's 88. His immune system is not super strong. And she's got congestive heart failure, just had her aortic valve replacement done. And she also just had pneumonia. So she's super not freaking safe, It just blows my mind, just trying to keep them safe. And I really feel like we should all, I'm ready to self-isolate here. I've gotten all the supplies we need. But I think that, the entire United States should be on lockdown because you could self-isolate for a month, 2 months, whatever. And if other people are not doing it and you go back out, you can get the infection. I mean, it has to stop somewhere. I really believe that all this flipping technology that we have got going on, this 5G that no one really wants, and not people that are conscious at any rate, because it's just messing with the electromagnetic grid of the planet, and all the satellites that were thrown up, have a lot to do with what's going on this planet. And, as above, so below, as within, so without. This is a huge wake-up call to humanity. We have raped the planet. We have gotten so far away from who we truly are. And now people are flipping out. And for those of you who are aware and are the light workers of this planet, you know why you're here, you know your soul missions, it's time for you to hold the balance and the sacredness for other people that are panicking and freaking out, and really raise your vibrations because the earth needs it. I mean, look at the state we're in. If this doesn't shake up things and switch things into a whole new realm, which Saturn went into Aquarius. Saturn has to do with structure and banks and governments and systems. And Aquarius is all about the collective, not just me and my stuff, but everybody. We're in the age of Aquarius. This is the big shift. I mean, think of the song from Hair, Aquarius. If you know the lyric, go Google it. It's so true. We're here for each other. It's no more me, mine, and I'm in my own little bubble. I won't worry about you. And truly, I hope now people realize what's truly important in their lives. What really matters now? Your loved ones. Who gives a shit about your freaking, finances? I mean, obviously we need money to live, but that's more important, or my new house or whatever. No, the people in your life are freaking more important. I'm sorry. And if you don't see that, then, whatever, that's on you. But it's really important to keep the heart open and to connect with people. Now we're doing social distancing. So, computers. Skype. I just had a friend try to call me from Southeast Asia and this stupid phone. We tried back and forth a few times and it wasn't working. So I'll call you later after you get some sleep. I know it's late over there or early in the morning, but we really, really need to stay connected. And remember why we're here. We're here to like work together, and we haven't worked together. Humanity as a collective has not worked together in so long. So long. And this virus is taking out people whose immune systems are compromised, you know, and who are weaker, and that sucks, you know. I'm praying for everybody. It's just so sad. But the reality is, please don't give in to fear, you know. Know that this too shall pass. Take the precautions. Wash your hands. You know, they're suggesting, and it makes sense, if you're out and you're running errands, right, you're not self-isolated yet, that as soon as you get in the house, throw your clothes in the wash before you even sit down. Just wash them, or if you can't wash them, throw them in your hamper and then put them there until you can wash them. And, you know, wipe down your surfaces and all of that. We don't need to be transmitting this. Wow, it just blows my mind. And it's quiet here. It's kind of always quiet here, you know. But there's an eerie sense of things are shifting. It's not life as it used to be. It'll never be the same again, you know. Every experience in your life changes things for, you know, your soul's empowerment and your soul's path, so that you like get a lesson. And a lot of times we have to get slammed over the head with a hammer before we get it. But for me, I came in with Pluto ruling my natal chart. I have Scorpio ascendant and a fully loaded eighth house, which is Scorpio's house. So death has been around since I was in 2nd grade and lost a classmate to a tonsillectomy. And it was nonstop, like probably every 2 years since then it happened. And then there'll be like usually 3 or 4 in a row. So death is no stranger to my realm. It's always made me appreciate life that much more, because I have had the experience repeatedly for like, oh God, how long is that? I can't even do the math right now. I'm just freaking like 48 years, 47 years that people have been dropping like flies around me, you know? Appreciate what you have, people. Be kind to each other. Love each other. Love yourself. You know, if you can't love yourself, there's no freaking way you're going to love somebody else, all right? And that's just the bottom line. Do your inner work. But stay strong, stay true to your mission. If you're here to like help hold the balance for people, then please do that. Reach out to each other. I'm praying for everybody. Stay safe, stay well, and I'm sending you so much love.